There we go. Okay, so who has their first question on any chapter? Nobody has any question on chapter 8.
Could you go over the properties of a kite?
Properties of a kite?
Yes.
All right. So, well, I know those off the top of my head because I'm a geek. So you have two pairs. Here, I'll share my screen here. And we'll go to, okay. Let me go to, let's go file, new flip chart. All right, I'm gonna go into tablet mode. Cool. So you have a kite. So you have two pairs of consecutive sides that are congruent. And then you have the diagonals. And as you can see, the big diagonal, it bisects the little one. And they're perpendicular. And then you'll have one pair of opposite angles congruent. And usually it's the angles that are on the diagonal where it's bisected. So you see how it creates two congruent triangles like there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it looks like this diagonal here bisects these two angles. So like this would be congruent to that.
All right, that makes
sense. You had a question?
So in that means like, so each set of diagonals, like inside of it, are congruent to the other side?
Well, only one diagonal. So this long diagonal bisects the little one.
Mm-hmm.
So this big diagonal is not bisected, as you can see.
Oh, okay.
It only one is bisected, and it's usually very easy to see.
All right.
Yeah. Harry, did you have another question?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Anybody else?
I have a question. So is the test gonna be like Google Form?
Yeah, so for you, a block, I will send it out. So should I send it out at the time the class starts at 12:30, or should I just send it out in the morning? Would you prefer to get it early?
Yeah.
Should be easier for early.
Yeah.
Because then like I can.
At 10 a.m., I'll just send A and C block. It's worth 50 points, and you can only use your notes and your book, and you just can't talk about it with each other.
Like your textbook?
Yep.
Okay.
And your notes. It's like I said, it's only worth 50 points, but it'll go in the grade book as a test, but only worth 50 points.
Okay.
Will there be any proofs on the test?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I probably, maybe on the next one, I didn't have enough time to walk down on the Google form, which I know how to do, but it would take forever. So I just went ahead and multiple choice. So no proof, yay.
Is it still pretty much like the formative that you gave us earlier? Just
yeah,
transfer.
So it's a scaled down version of that. And it's even, I took off, there's 18 questions. And I think I took off like, this one's on a Google form. So that hierarchy where you have to fill it in, I took that off because it's just too hard to do on a Google form. So, any other questions on chapter 8? Donnie.
Can I ask a question about the study guide or
Chapter 8?
Yeah, chapter 8 study guide.
Yeah. What would you like to ask?
Could I ask what the answers are for question 7?
Okay. Well, I posted the answers online. Do the worked out. Here, I'm going to share my.
Donnie, if you look at mine, this is it.
Hold on.
This is from the answer key.
Hold on, I got to go to my.
And this is on the Walker Web, the answer key?
Yeah, it's under chapter 8 topic, but I'll go ahead and fill them in for you if you want me to.
Okay, thank you.
I just got to share my screen. There we go. First one is, what do you guys think it is? Who knows?
Rhombus.
Yeah, it's a rhombus. because we have all sides congruent, but we don't know about the angles. So they could be 90, they could be, who knows, 60 and 120. So that's the closest thing we can say is a rhombus. B is just a parallelogram. C is a rectangle. Because we know it's a parallelogram because these sides are parallel, opposite sides are parallel, and we know opposite sides congruent. We just don't know that all sides are congruent, so we can't call it a square. And then this would be a kite because you have two pairs of consecutive sides congruent. And then E is another rectangle. And then F is a rhombus. Because these two angles are congruent, and so if they're a linear pair, so they both have to be 90, which means it's a rhombus. Okay, any other questions does that help, Donnie?
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions on chapter 8 review?
On part F right there, the angles, how do we know that it's, we know it's a linear pair because
because it makes
line.
a linear pair. So they have to be, and if they're congruent because of the arcs, they both have to be 90.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions on chapter 8? Do we feel good about, we won't have one like that because it's too hard to do in a Google form.
Oh, it was number 10.
Okay. Didn't we do this one in class? So we have a parallelogram, and one interior angle we'll call X, and then the other one is 42 degrees more than twice. Yeah, I think Michaela did this one on the board. Didn't you?
Oh my God. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So these, we know they're not opposite angles because then they'd be congruent. They have to be consecutive. And then if they're consecutive in a parallelogram, then they add to 180.
I just didn't know what to set it equal to.
Yeah, they're consecutive, so they would be supplementary. And then you solve it from there.
All right.
You'll have kind of one like this, but it won't be as many questions. No, you won't have
It
one.
was only 14 questions, but it had a lot of parts.
Yeah, so I had to separate the parts on the Google form.
Okay.
Any other questions? Just shout them out, guys.
Will there be any graphing like questions like find the coordinate?
No, because I can't really do that in the Google form.
Alrighty.
I mean, I probably could, but it have to be like a short answer. So maybe in the future, but hopefully we'll be back at school after spring break. We won't have to worry about it.
So is it all going to be multiple choice or is it like short answer?
It's multiple choice.
Okay.
Forms that you're used to that I've sent before. It's just like that. So it's 18 questions. It'll give you the points. I'll send you that out Monday morning, and then you just make sure that's your assignment for the day, for Monday.
Yeah, because then I can get it done like before I start like school because I like to get up and just like do some homework before.
Yeah, I mean, I can send it, but I'll still send it at 8 a.m. I can send it at 4 when I.
That's too early.
But like, if you notice on the calendar on the virtual classroom, you should be starting 10.1, like watching the videos, start filling homework, because we'll talk about that next Wednesday during our next session. So like all your 10.1 questions, you have to be ready for that next Wednesday. We'll have a live Zoom session. We'll play Kahoot or something fun like that together. Okay, make sure you check every morning on this class, because I'll say this is what you should be working on today. Even though it's on the calendar, I just want to make sure you guys know. So check those announcements. It'll be first thing at 8 a.m. saying, hey guys, this is what you should be working on today and stuff like that. Okay. if you have questions, like if you're working on 10.1 between now and then, and you want to email me and talk about questions and do another Zoom session, we can do that. Okay? If you don't want to wait and just want to do one. Is Emily here? Her screen's all black.
She might have had her like screen turned off.
Yeah, no, my camera's broken.
Oh, are you in the dark? That's what I thought.
How did you break it from yesterday to today?
From 2 days ago to today, and I don't know.
You know you can do it on your phone.
Yeah, but then how am I gonna text people?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I know.
You can wait the 15
Great.
minutes or so.
Lovely.
So would you guys rather do like the quizzes on Kahoot next week?
Sorry, one more time.
Would you guys like to quizzes like online by yourself or play Kahoot?
I feel like it could be a lot of fun, but that,
Wait,
I
what
don't know
did
what
you
everyone else
say?
thinks.
Who would
You're
pick
like,
a quiz
you're
over
like cutting out.
To me,
Yeah.
I said we could play a quiz or like you do it on your own or play Kahoot.
Who would pick a quiz over Kahoot?
I don't know.
I'm voting Kahoot.
I mean, I would because I mean it would help me like not be rushed while I'm trying to work something out. You know,
Okay.
it would just help me
So
study.
we can do. I can give the quizzes as option. You can do it on your own if you don't want to play Kahoot.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Well, I'm recording this video. I'm gonna stop recording here in a second. If anybody has any questions, tell them to go watch. Okay. I'll post it in a few minutes. All right, guys. Going once, twice. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye.
See ya.